Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of
Rating Arizona.
Beers, brought to you by the great King's Beer and Wine, Central and Thomas.
In Midtown.
Midtown.
It's between Uptown and
Lowtown?
Lowtown.
Jesus Christ.
Downtown. Come on,
Oh yeah,
man.
downtown.
Come on.
I don't know words. But so anyways, I am one of your hosts. I am Marcus at Brewery 602.
And I'm Eric Walters from Tap.az and A Taste of AZ.
Taste of AZ. If you don't have that free magazine, then you're not very intelligent.
Oh, well,
I know.
dang, I wasn't going to say it, but Marcus said it. So, yeah.
He's like, so yeah.
Now, go to atasteofaz.com. You can subscribe to the magazine for free. It's a quarterly magazine all about Arizona food and beverage, and we ship it right to your door.
That's so crazy.
It's pretty cool.
I know. Cool. That's great. So, first of all, it's just real quick. Thank you to King's.
Yes.
If you've never been to King's, please just leave your house right now and go to King's.
How out? Pause this.
Yeah.
Download it.
Yeah.
Share
just
it with
listen
a
to
friend.
it. Listen to it in your car on the way over.
Yeah.
And
there you go.
come taste one of the delicious 80 beers they have on tap. 80 plus beers they have on tap.
Yep.
And if they don't have what you want on tap, well, that would be kind of strange. But you can choose any of the cans, bottles, wine, anything in the store
Facility.
and bring it over, and they'll just open it for you, and you can have it here. So, I mean,
It's a cool place. Really cool place. I dig it. They have all the pictures of all the different types of kings. You got BB. You can't see any of these. You got BB. You got Elvis. You got some other stuff.
a great way for you to see it is to come to King's Beer and Wine.
Look at that. Boom. Nailed it, dude. Let's
So,
drink this beer.
Let's do this. So right now, guys, it is my favorite season in Arizona.
Ooh.
So I am a born and raised Phoenician, Arizonian guy. And being the fact that, born and raised here, if you guys know this, if you've lived in Arizona long enough, we have 3 seasons. We have cool summer, warm summer, and hot summer. So we are coming into cool summer right now.
Yes.
And the way I know we're coming into cool summer is there's this beer called Pumpkin Porter.
Oh.
So back, date myself, but a long time ago, when I could drink beer, before I could drink beer.
I'm
But,
like, wait.
Anyways, these beers came out around mid-October to November.
Cool summer season.
Cool summer season. Yep. And these beers were malty and just, full of flavor and just big, just mouthfuls and filling and just delicious beers came out. And so my brain remembers that.
Yeah.
And so when these beers come out, I'm like just amped up.
Yeah.
So I am the biggest fan of anything having to do with cool summer in Arizona.
Cool summer is, what is the time from late September through?
Oh God, no. So we're like late nowadays. Well, in the past it used to be that, but now it's like late October.
Okay.
To I guess February or March. I guess. Yeah,
okay.
March.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got a nice big amount of time in there. But anyways, now these beers are coming out, I think 2 months earlier than they used to.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, for sure. It's still hot, 100 degrees out, and we're getting Märzen's.
So this beer here is actually a Märzen from Wren Brewing Company, located in Wren.
Never heard of them.
No. So they're a decent brewing company located in Central Phoenix.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's always people are like, hey, who's the top in the state? I'm like, Wren.
Oh, and also in Prescott.
Yeah, they got the Prescott, and they're putting a new location
by
down
my
in
house. 5 minutes,
that's
not even,
right.
no, 3 minutes away. Literally, when I leave my house, it's about a 3-minute drive, and I'm going to be at the new Wren facility. I pass by it about 5 times a day.
If I drive 3 minutes, I'm like, okay, only 42 minutes to go.
Oh yeah, I'm always at the door, like open. So
No,
I am
good for those guys.
So excited.
For
But yeah,
sure.
Wren basically anything they brew is absolutely delicious.
Dude, Preston's the man. Preston is just a badass.
And he is the most humble badass you will ever meet.
For sure. For sure. Almost like, hey, dude, great job. He's like,
he'd be like, just like, he'd like shy away from you. Like, oh, come on.
Nah, man, he's awesome though. Like he's an awesome dude, and yeah, for sure, make great beers, and they do a really good job of hitting seasonal, right?
Yes,
when the seasons come, I think their definition of seasons are a little bit different than what yours are, but they do a really good job with the art and the beer style, and then like once again, like previous episode we talked about Doc and his styles at Pedal House and how you're going to get a real authentic.
German style lager
or whatever you get in there, it's gonna be true to style. Same thing with Wren House. Yeah. Like you're gonna get a great alt beer. You're gonna get a great, which I love. They do stuff like that.
Absolutely. Their Helles they do is amazing.
Yeah. And there was what's the one that they do? I don't think it's an alt beer. It was like it's like a 3.2% like pub ale or something like that, dude.
Yeah.
Like
they did English pub ale.
Yeah. But it was very low ABV, which is dude. As I'm maturing and my early 40s here, I'm digging the lighter beer. The less ABV, and I can appreciate that.
So let's stop there. Wren House.
Yeah.
Let's talk about ABV. So we have Wren House's Märzen coming in at, I have no idea.
We don't know.
ABV. Because guess what? Wren House never puts an ABV on their can.
Interesting.
And to say that I don't like that is an understatement. I've mentioned this multiple times. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Especially whenever you give me a good boy Wally to take somewhere and have someone try. And then like multiple people start grabbing those and drinking it. And it's like the most delicious triple, if that's such a thing, IPA at 10%, 10.5%. And people are drinking it not knowing the ABV.
Yeah. You don't know because you've done the legwork. You've gone into the tap room. It's on the thing that you know.
Yeah.
But
Wren House.
Yeah.
Put the ABV on the can.
That's interesting, right? Because I would think that would be a law. Right, that you would have to have it's like whatever, because I've never seen any other alcohol that didn't have the ABV on there.
Well, that's Wren House.
Come on,
I know you're distributing, right? You're distributing to like a bunch of places. So I did see that you guys actually there's a date on this can,
which I hadn't done for a while.
They've never done.
Okay,
and now recently doing.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Thank you guys for that. I can't read the date, but. Because it's not.
I see 22 on there, so we're good.
It's good. Anyways, so let's. We're trying to keep these episodes short, and we just like blasting away like a 20-minute episode. So Märzen, again, let's just crack open the beer.
Let's do it.
Märzen is your traditional Märzen March, brewed in March to be served for Oktoberfest.
Dark lager.
It is a
dark lager. Okay.
It is like an amber lager ale. Or lager ale, that's there you go. That's smart.
All right, cut.
Yeah, cut. Start over. Beer professional here. It is a traditional lager. Typically, back in the day, whenever there was no refrigerators and whatnot, made in March. But nowadays, with refrigeration and the yeast that we have and the malts that we have, you could brew it like a month ahead before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we could pop these things out really quick. One of my favorite styles of beer, Märzen, all day long. And I've never actually had Wren House Märzen. So
Here you go. Beautiful can art, too. Preston's wife does all the can art. She does a really great job.
Beer does come in. Of course, it's crystal clear, perfect amber color. It looks, exactly like everything checks off as far as the BJCP guidelines would be concerned. It looks exactly like a Märzen. So,
boom, nailed it.
Try by aroma.
Oh,
you're drinking.
I've been sniffing this thing for a few minutes.
Oh, well, then spit out some aromas there.
So I definitely get for me, the maltiness, right? The higher the maltiness, my brain I need to get over that, right? Yeah. Because then I taste it, and so I need to get out of my own way. But the aroma is definitely there. It's malt,
right? Well, yeah, but it has that bready malt character, which Märzen is known for. It needs to be bready. It needs to have toasty, a little bit of like that caramel kind of thing going with it. It needs to feel warm. It needs to smell warming.
Yeah.
Like, it's cold out. We're going to, it's going to be a festival. We're the season time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's going to be cold in Arizona. It's
Is
never
this a-
cold.
is-
But it's going to be like 70 degrees, guys.
Hope. It's giving you hope.
Yeah, it gives you hope.
Yeah.
And this is like
Yeah.
my brain is so in tune. I sound like so retarded right now.
No,
and
dude, I
guess-
like because you just, as you felt you sounded stupid, it clicked with me. So I don't know what that means about me, but you're absolutely right, man. I grew up in Ohio, right? I grew up in the Midwest. Fall football, like, dude, when you knew it was like fall, when like Friday night football, and you played, it's colder and all the leaves start falling off, and I don't really get that in Arizona, right?
Right.
It's a different experience. Like when I moved out here, it was October of 2007, and I wanted to go get flip-flops, and I couldn't find them. I'm like, it's 82 degrees, and I can't find flip-flops. It's not the season. I'm like, are you kidding me? But so this takes me back. It takes me back to, this feels like I would get this. This is a great festival beer. And I've said this in multiple episodes before. I feel like this would like kind of governor my drinking, like slow me down a little bit.
Interesting.
But when it comes to it, I'd pound the shit out of this thing.
Oh my God. I'd go liter after liter.
And I haven't even drank it. Like, this is just after me smelling it.
Well, then let's hit it up, man.
Yeah, come on,
Cheers.
man. I'm getting ahead
I'm
of
so
myself.
excited.
Yeah. See,
God.
now that was more than I expected. There's more flavor to it. It was
Oh my God.
but it's damn good.
What the hell, Preston? Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just like, I just want to make every beer perfect.
Yeah, and then actually not like act not you
Act
want
like
to say
I don't
good
need-
stuff about
yeah.
it, and I don't want to hear it. Come on, Preston, just
Dude.
come down here, get on the show, and we're just going to praise you for 30 minutes.
Oh my God. So again, 'tis the season. And so I think, let's see, Santan. Santan.
Hey, look at that.
Look at that.
Representing.
So Santan, I think we're first to release Märzen. They call it Oktoberfest. So if you see Oktoberfest, traditionally in Germany, any beer brewed for Oktoberfest is called an Oktoberfest beer. It can be
Okay.
it can be any style. It could be any, but mainly the one that caught on was Märzen. So this was your Oktoberfest beer, I think up until 1990, when Fest beer came out, which is just a higher ABV Helles, and then that kind of grabbed hold. So now Fest beer is the beer served during Oktoberfest.
Okay.
But Märzen is still the most traditional style. That was like back to the 1800s or whatever. But where was I going with this? Santan was
We're
the first
on our
one.
fourth review, I think. today.
Santan was the first one to release their
Oh, that's right.
Oktoberfest, which
Yeah.
I was, of course, went to Santan that day. We took the kids and the family because you could go there for at 9 o'clock and have a beer at 9.
Yeah, at their
Their
restaurant.
brunch, yeah.
Oh, dude, their food is real good. They have a
Oh,
smoker.
my God,
Like,
yeah. I had like this crazy like avocado, bacon, omelet. Anyways, delicious food. But their Märzen is like or Oktoberfest beer is one of the first ones to get released, and then you got pumpkin porter coming out, and then Huss with their Oktoberfest, and so there's all these releases came out, and of course, I'm like I go grab every one of them because I am a beer nerd, right? And I love the style. I haven't got around to buying this one yet, and
He's not leaving empty-handed, is what he's saying.
it's what I'm saying.
King's
is
Beer and Wine has a
thank
great
God for
selection of
King's
to-go.
Beer and Wine because I am leaving with this beer. This is
Yeah, this is fantastic, man.
it's fantastic.
So I'm gonna have a hard time grading it because I don't know really how many Oktoberfests I've maybe had 5 in my life. You know what I mean? So I can't
Are you
really.
serious?
Yeah, it's just not my style. That was. Yeah, get out of here! All right, this is a one-person show now. No, so malt is what got me into craft beer, right? Railhead Red up at Beaver Street, and I mean that was really one of the first ones. Shinerbach. So beers like that were ones that kind of got me into a different type of beer than the Busch Lights or the Natty Lights that I drank growing up, which is why I hated beer growing up, right? Growing up, I say, because I grew up in Ohio, so we did grow up drinking beer. But this is really, I would have enjoyed this early in my craft beer days more. But it's just not where my palate is at this point as far as like, you're blown away by it, right?
I'm absolutely blown away by it.
But for me, I normally don't order these, so I think it's great, dude. I love this. I would definitely have another one of those, and I would have had some more of that if you want to just pour it all in your glass.
Dude, I am totally not even ashamed of that. I'm like, give me a liter. I want to, give me a stein. I'm ready for it.
I'm gonna throw a little curveball. I'm gonna put into the grading system a little bit of a different grading. I'm gonna grade this based on what my expectation was. Rather than comparing it, right? Because I don't even know how to compare it.
Okay.
Based off of my expectation, this thing's a 9.
Okay.
Like because the smell of the malt and knowing that it's a Märzen beers. Normally, if there's 7 beers on the list, that might be one of the last 2 that I pick. So with that said, I think this is great. I'm glad that we've reviewed this, and yeah,
me too. I am. So I've tasted countless Märzens, Oktoberfest, and pumpkin beers, and spice beers, and everything in between. Fest beer. By the way, their fest beer is absolutely delicious.
Fest beer is really good. Yeah, they've been brewing that for a few years too, right?
Quite a few years, yeah. And I make sure I'm there I think actually we're doing an episode here, and I think we were meeting here at noon because something had to go on, and so Wren House happens to open at 11 o'clock. So I happen to be there at 11 having fest beer before actually coming here. Anyways, so me grading this against, let's just say other Märzens and not Oktoberfest beers, or I mean fest beers or pumpkin beers. So other Märzens, which to me it's hard because what I'm repping on my shirt is like my absolute favorite. To be honest with you, Santan's Märzen Oktoberfest that's the OG to me. But this is
enough of him, Han, dude.
This is damn rating? Oh, God. Okay, so I'd go 9.5.
9.5. Okay.
Outrageous beer.
I mean, yeah,
outrageous.
For sure. Wren House, nice work. I do see the date on there. It's the 8th of some month. September 8th, it looks like. It looks like this thing was made just a couple weeks ago.
There you go. And just put the ABV on the can.
ABV on the can. That would be
put the ABV on the can.
Much appreciated. Come on.
Yeah. So anyways, So thanks for watching. This video ran really long because we were going to try doing short ones. So
we just talked before. Hey, let's try maybe around 12 minutes, 18 minutes in.
Exactly. So we're going to wrap it up, and we thank you for watching. Please let us know if we could keep doing this or we should stop because we're idiots.
And we can't ramble. We just keep rambling.
Keep rambling. Sorry, guys.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Okay,
cheers, buddy. Let's wrap it up.
Cheers, guys. Thanks, Kings.